Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi has accused the presidential candidate of the All Progressive Congress (APC), Bola Ahmed Tinubu, of playing ethnic politics. This will make up our discussion today. My name is ADS. Let's get to it right away. If you have ever subscribed to ethnic politics in any of our elections before now, please, you need to hear this. Watch.
Election next year will not be based on ethnicity. We've heard it before. It will not be based on religion. There's no place for Christians to buy food cheaper. There's no place Muslims to buy food cheaper. It must not be by my turn. It's nobody's turn. It must not be by connection. Any of the primordial reasons they've used. Election next year must be based one or character we can trust, verifiable where it's coming from. It must be based on competence, capacity, and commitment to start turning around Nigeria.
The repercussions of voting with ethnic sentiments is all inclusive. Everyone lives with it, no matter your tribe, religion, or ethnicity. Why then should any sane person engage in this kind of politics when it doesn't pay anybody? Mr. Peter Obi has accused the APC presidential support team of engaging in this kind of politics. Peter Obi, the Labour Party presidential candidate, made this open to the public in one of his interview sections recently. Watch this video.
I read very well, and everybody can. Yes. This is a WhatsApp sent by Tinubu's group. No, read it out. I want you to read that. Everybody can. No.
Okay.
Just read out what it says.
Yoruba, shine your eyes on. If you vote for Peter Obi, is automatically voting for seaport in south and southeast. Then Igbos will stop coming to Lagos State to invest. Rather, they will go to Delta and River State. They may even stop building houses in Lagos. It will affect a lot of Yorubas. Yoruba Radio.
This is your context. He don't see the value of let's have something better. He needs all the confusion. And that's it.
How can any right-thinking Nigerian send out a message like this? This is the height of foolishness in our electioneering process. The content of that message is very disturbing. Advising a people not to vote for the other tribe because you believe they are instrumental to the development of Lagos State. And so when they get into power, they will desert Lagos and build their own place, having seaport and the rest of them. If this message is confirmed to be coming from the Tinubu camp, then it's so unfortunate. The Tinubu camp has also come out to deny the message revealed by the LP presidential candidate Mr. Peter Obi, saying that Peter Obi is actually the one playing ethnic politics. This is what Festus Keyamo, the spokesperson of the APC presidential campaign team, had to say about this. He said, "It is only messages released by the APC presidential campaign council that are officially authorized and for which we take responsibility. We challenge Mr. Peter Obi to reveal the source and names behind that nebulous WhatsApp message. We wish to state that it is obvious Mr. Peter Obi deliberately concocted that message and circulated that offensive video himself as a campaign strategy in order to come across as a victim of some kind of ethnic agenda. Whereas in truth, he is the real agent provocator of an ethnic agenda." As the takeoff date for campaigns draw closer, Mr. Peter Obi has suddenly realized that Nigerians are beginning to burst his bubbles as his messages are bereft of ideas, depth and clear-cut solution to our challenges. His messages are only full of false data and highfalutin jargons in what is clearly a disingenuous ruse to distract a scrutiny of his empty records as a governor of Anambra State and nothing else. Hence, his easy recourse to playing ethnic card and fanning the ember of hate. Well, all of this is in defense of the supposed WhatsApp message Mr. Peter Obi claimed the Tinubu support group circulated to the Yoruba extraction, warning them about the dangers of voting him to become Nigeria's next president. In case you need to be educated once again about the dangers of being tribalistic in 2023 presidential election, I have a video you need to watch at the end of this broadcast. I will only advise you to vote your conscience, not your ethnic background. If it gets better, it is for everyone. If it gets worse, it is for everyone too. Now I will allow you to listen to human rights activist Femi Falana, senior advocate of Nigeria. I will tell you this. Once we were blind, but now we all can see, including Femi Falana. If after hearing what was said in the video I'm about to play right away, and you still choose to be led by tribalism come next election, then you need help. I'm closing with this video. I'll see you again.
And I want to say this here publicly. About 7 years ago, the government of Nigeria spent a colossal sum of 50 billion naira to acquire a software by Petroleum Equalization Fund to track and monitor all tankers that load fuel in any part of Nigeria. Today you are being told that Nigerians have to be punished because of the criminal activities of smugglers. I've never heard that anywhere before. That a government will punish its people because of the criminal activities of a few unpatriotic elements. We have challenged the government. And we are happy now the Comptroller General of Customs has come out publicly to say that it is impossible to smuggle daily about 38 million liters of fuel. Where would they pass? Because you need tankers, and you will need at least 500 tankers loading 33,000 liters of fuel per one. NNPC has said, oh yes, this is what is going on. Smugglers are responsible. We are also told, and Nigeria is the only country that comes out where the government will say, we are losing $700 million every day because of oil theft. Who are the oil thieves? They know them. Oil theft, oil smuggling, all have official backing. Again, Nigeria is the only oil producing country that has not acquired the meter to know how much oil you produce daily. Nigeria is the only oil producing country that has refused to acquire that meter. Furthermore, there is an organization called Lloyd. That body, and Nigeria subscribe to that body. NNPC subscribes to that body. That body knows and has a record of all ships that load what to any part of the world. Nigeria has access to that body. Yet we are told we don't know who is stealing our oil and where the oil is being taken to. Now we did a study, January 2011 to December 2014. We discovered, and we made the information available to the government. Nothing has happened. One port, Philadelphia port in America. The oil that left Nigeria, the charge in that country, the difference between what was recorded here and what was recorded there was 62.5 million barrels of crude oil, valued at $12.7 billion. One pot. So if you take 20 pots in America, 20 in China, United Kingdom, France, you know what we are talking about. So the government knows, and if they want information, we can make it available to the government. If they are actually looking for those who are stealing our oil and those who are smuggling our oil. Because this year, please, 2020 budget, 2022 budget, this government claimed that we are going to spend 443 billion naira on so-called fuel subsidy. By June, President Buhari took the National Assembly a supplementary budget that increased the 443 to 4 trillion naira. No debate. The National Assembly did not debate and passed it. Now the Minister of Finance is saying, Mrs. Ahmed Zainab, that before the end of this year, that figure of 4 trillion will go to 6.5 trillion naira. And that therefore, in the budget of next year, there may be no money for capital project. Please, I challenge you. I challenge Labour in particular. We must get to the root of this criminality once and for all.